Oklahoma is making real progress in improving the condition of our state's bridges. And as ONR's Jason Doyle reports, that improvement wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity.
15 years ago, driving over a bridge in Oklahoma could be pretty dicey.
There was a time we had a horrible situation in Oklahoma in lack of infrastructure spending, which was causing some of our bridges to really be very difficult to drive on or keep open.
The Webbers Falls collapse in 2002 that killed 14 people was a call to action. The I-40 bridge was in good condition before it was struck by a barge, but once it fell, traffic detours led motorists to other bridges that were in terrible shape.
The bridges on those detour routes were very, very concerning for us. At times, we were jacking up bridges under the bridge at night, working on them as people were driving over them.
The Oklahoma Department of Transportation went public with the problems, producing a public awareness campaign that revealed hundreds of bridges had been neglected for decades.
It ultimately resulted in the vision that we are very thankful for at our Capitol, whether it was the House, the Senate, all the governors so far, every one of them, hand in hand, really agreed to put more priority on transportation investments.
The number of structurally deficient bridges peaked in 2004 with almost 1,200 in need of repair or replacement. That was 17% of the 6,800 bridges on the state highway system. By the end of 2018, ODOT had reduced that number to 132.
That sounds like we worked on 1,000 bridges. However, at the same time, there was about another 500 bridges that came on the system that we also were able to address.
There are actually 24,000 bridges in Oklahoma, with more than 17,000 of them maintained by counties and municipalities. The name of the game is to make all of them last longer. ODOT receives help from the University of Oklahoma's FEARS Structural Engineering Lab.
No state funding went into the creation of this lab. Most of the materials that we test in here are donated. We're essentially state employees. We work for the University of Oklahoma. What we do is we're a structural lab. We test structural elements.
The FEARS Lab was created in 1979 through donations by structural engineers. It identifies problems our roads and bridges face and then develops solutions to solve them.
But we're very result-driven. Our whole idea here is not pure research. The idea is to implement as quickly as possible improvements for our state.
We're mostly dealing with materials that we have engineered to last longer and to be more efficient in our use in bridges. One of the materials that we're working with a lot right now here at OU is ultra high performance concrete.
The ultra high performance concrete is engineered to be more durable. Created in the FEARS Lab, it was used successfully in a bridge near Shawnee. Another project in northwest Oklahoma is about to get started.
We have a project out in Fort Supply that's about to start on Monday, actually, looking at doing some replacement of some continuity blocks within a bridge.
The special concrete is also being utilized in bridge construction in Iowa and New York. It turns out the new concrete may not be so new after all. Engineers at OU took a page from Roman construction.
And some of those materials have similar characteristics to some of the original concretes they made back in Roman times that used volcanic ashes.
Better construction materials are needed now more than ever because the nation's infrastructure is showing its age.
One thing that I think about a lot and what kind of motivates what we do is, a lot of bridges in the U.S. are reaching the end of their, design life. So I think it's something like 40% of bridges are more than 50 years old.
The combined efforts of the state, industry, and the FEARS Lab, all working together, has produced real progress in Oklahoma.
This triad of university, state, and industry is very special. It brings a great the possibilities for research and the possibilities for improvement of our students and improvement of our state are well worth what we do here at the lab.
The state's bridge system has come a long way in 15 years, and ODOT says it will continue to make bridge safety a top priority.
Just maintaining what we've done with the system, we have to address about 100 bridges a year in our 8-year program.
Jason Doyle, the Oklahoma News Report.